Yo, yo. What is good, everybody? My quick crypto family, my coin factory family back again with another daily Casper and crypto live stream. And it is getting rather tiresome every single day now, talking about negative markets, where we're going. But at the end of the day, we've got to react to what's happening right now around us. And unfortunately, markets are looking absolutely just disgusting. We're witnessing an Altcoin and Kaspa massacre. We are witnessing a massive bleeding in this economy. Now, where do I stand? How do I feel? We'll get into that all in this stream alongside the Casper updates, of course. Those of you who are probably already aware, I did release a video about an hour or two ago on my channel. 99% will lose everything here, and the truth of the matter is, I do wholeheartedly believe that many people are going to lose, in the sense of they're either going to get shaken out of their bags too early, or because they've now got PTSD after the massive, pullback, they're going to sell far too early. I'm not talking about, selling Casper at 20 cents and it going up to like 30. I'm talking about you're selling Casper at 50 cents, and let's just say for argument's sake, it jumps to $5. My point being is, this is new to us. This market is new to us. The ultimate of what ultimately is happening in regards to this pullback, this isn't new. In terms of how aggressively we're seeing it, yes. And of course, it's quite hard for a lot of people to remain, strong-willed, a lot of conviction. But with that being said, me personally, I'm calm as I've ever been before. Truth be told, full honesty, I do not care. To be honest, if I wasn't a content creator, I would have just sat back and done. I mean, I'm technically sitting back and doing nothing anyways. But point being is, I would not be checking the markets right now, because I understand the markets are bad, and I'm not bothered. The only reason why I look at the market every single day is because I do content, because I'm here. Happily, by the way, I'm happily here. But that's the only reason why I cover the markets and I look at the markets. But I never let this affect my mood. Never let this affect my mood. I am in complete, conviction in what I hold, where we're going. And again, the video that I released here, I did actually disclose one of the sources that I have disclosed. I've disclosed many executive documents and information to my community here, those who are either part of the free trial or paying members here. And I disclosed one of them in my video earlier, just to help alleviate some of that worry, which I've already showed us a few, I think, in the past on the stream anyways, talking about, Trump, the presidential transition team, Meta, which is a federally funded organization that helps these new administrations transition when taking charge. And ultimately right now, while, how far down we can go, it looks all doom and gloom, we have no end in sight. For me, I do believe a relief rally, a reversal is a matter of time. So again, to all of the news in the stream today, but also to be, to give everyone a form of understanding right now, this is not Casper's doing terribly. This is not crypto's doing terribly. This is financial markets. Every financial market is doing terribly. So when people are saying Casper's a dead project, Casper's bad, you could argue, that in this period here when everything was doing okay and Casper was not. Argue maybe. But even then, I still disagree with that personally. But right now, anybody who says to me, Casper's a dead project, is a dead chain, yada, 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 while, you're welcome to say as you will, I will disagree. Because this current price action is not a result of Casper, and actually, it's not even a result of manipulation. Because the markets are capitulating. So Casper, as any asset is doing right now, is going with the market and correcting with it. So, with that being said, welcome everyone to the daily Casper and crypto live stream. Hopefully you're all holding strong in these turbulent times. We can see Ethereum is absolutely bleeding. Going to the level we haven't seen Ethereum come down as far since November 2023, which is nuts. Absolutely insane. 18,000 Ethereum is quite nuts. Of course, I highlight that because Ethereum is deemed as the leader of the altcoin market. If Ethereum surpasses all-time highs, normally alts tend to rally from there. But of course, we are now a good 120% off all-time highs. So, you know, saying that, we did see Ethereum rally 86% from about 2.1k to 4k here in the span of Jan to that's March, so in about a month and a half, 2-month period. So with respect, we can see Ethereum potentially have a very, very volatile rally quite quickly in a span of a month or two, regaining all that lost price back. But right now I have to determine where we're going to go from here. Massimo asks, are you still optimistic for the end of the year? Yes. As I highlighted people as a part of my community, to the executives first, but also to the community in general, for me, if we somehow see Bitcoin retrace to 50k, while the 2021 cycle, we also saw a 55% correction in Bitcoin. As we can see here, we saw Bitcoin correct 55%. If we see something similar right now, that'll put us in the 50ks, or 40ks even. So while it's possible, so we can correct lower than that, so we could correct down that far and then also reverse back up to make a double top, as we did last cycle. If we were to correct into the 50ks, then I would potentially question if we're going into a bear cycle. Only then. Otherwise, right now, all the information that I've looked into, the information that I've disclosed who are part of this community here, who are, again, either part of the free trial, so they're able to find out some information for free, and then if they decide they want to sign up, they can do. They know a lot more about the institutional insight and what they have planned for this market, which is why I remain bullish, even during such bearish times. Devious me, welcome back, man. You're doing very, very well. Zane, my man, yo. Zane has made it to an actual streaming today. What's good, QC? I am good, brother. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you're having a better day than most, or just a good day in general. Welcome back, my man. Great to have you here. Buffalo Theory as well. Yo. Dead Duck. Evening J, keep your chin up. My chin is up, my man. Thank you very much. So yes, I mean, I find it more so frustrating that I keep covering negative news. I don't like it. Who likes covering negative news? I do it because, I know I need to. For my own sake as well as for everybody else's, I guess. And I don't mind. I don't get affected so much by it. But it's just like, I would love just for one day at least, just to cover, or even more realistic, more for like 1 week. The best time I had covering content was when Casper corrected down to 10 cents. And then we had the whole Fed job rates report, followed by Kraken listing. Then we saw it rise up to 18, 19 cents. That was the best run I had covering Casper content. Since then, it's pretty much always been more downside. It's been frustrating. Although saying that, as much as Casper's days will come, I'm sure also our day, not just my day, our day will come. We'll be on stream together and we'll see Casper surprise everybody going through a parabolic run when we least expect it. We got him, my man. Who holds the most Casper? Does Marathon still hold Casper? Can you show us as many stars as possible on Casper? I can show you as much FOMO on Casper as possible to give you some form of sentiment. To my knowledge, Marathon does still hold Casper, although they went from like 108 million down to 30. Let me quickly get up the Marathon website of holdings. Marathon SEC filing here. The last quarterly report that came out here. We can see. Type in Casper. Casper Mining, they announced it. See, look, yeah, so they mentioned it here. We began evaluating Casper potential way to diversify our revenue while continuing to utilize other current infrastructure. At December 31st, 2024, we held approximately 4.3 million or 34.8 million Casper. Now that was much higher in the hundreds of millions beforehand. So they drastically reduced their holdings, but as far as I'm aware right now, they are still holding Casper. We can see a bit more so here. That's how much they're holding right now as of this quarter just gone. But they are still holding, as far as I'm aware right now. They are still holding. Calm as a cow, yeah. Calm as a cow, calm as a cucumber. We are still here. We know what we hold. I'm still loading up more Casper while it's cheap. Do you think Casper will run on its own in the near market? Right now, if I'm perfectly honest, I think you need to see a hell of a lot of significant catalysts for Casper all at the same time for it to run on its own. Right now, I think everything's just respecting the market, every asset. The only asset that I think that can quite comfortably rally by itself, if I'm honest, is XRP, because of how big it is and their connections. Like if XRP wins their lawsuit, or the lawsuit gets officially adjourned, and it comes to a conclusion, that'll probably cause them to rally in value. Casper, even if you get 10 BPS, I think for Casper to rally on its own right now, you'd need 10 BPS followed by Binance, followed by smart contracts all around the same time, if I'm honest. I think right now, if I'm honest, it actually might just be Binance alone, because the sentiment around the listing is just so... It's all the craze right now in the community, which I personally would prefer it be on the actual developments. But hey, what can we do? People want to see price pumps. They want to see a listing. Is what it is. I think Casper will run with the market. I think then Casper at some point in this market might split off a little bit and start running by itself. But I'd say that's probably more so the latter half of the market, maybe Q4 area, if I was to hazard a guess, but not financial advice, of course. John Doe, my man, Jay just wanted to say thank you for coming on here every day with a positive attitude, dealing with all of the BS and still remaining strong to the community. You're a big member of this space. I appreciate it very, very much, man. And yeah, that's what I'm here for. Again, I am taking my 5+ years of experience in crypto, making the failures and mistakes from the last market and learning from them, trying to, learn from that even now, but also trying to help give some form of understanding and, to the community as a whole. Again, the paid members get a little bit more so the benefit of, paying, but otherwise in free community, again, everyone here, I'm trying to help just give them some more clarity, understanding right now. Right now, the markets are different. The markets are harder. Institutions are here, definitely shaking it up. But right now, I'm still not worried. I have no reason to be worried just right now. Things are still, in the longer term, for me, looking good. Also, I'm starting an OnlyFans bear market is here. Okay, well, good luck, brother. I know you're joking. Well, I hope you're joking. I guess you can do as you will, but yeah, maybe all of us can go start some OnlyFans, do some feet finder pics to get some extra Casper, As Mr. Miles would say, sell that ass for some Casper. Reporting for duty. There you go, Mr. Miles. Welcome back to the series. You're doing very, very well, my man. Guys, this is great for Casper. The bull run will really start in June. The team will have smart contracts ready around that time. USDT Tether on Casper around that time, and TBS will be done. I am in agreement. I'm not sure when the bull run will quote unquote start. I mean, technically speaking, the bull run has already started. Now, right now, we are in a bear trap. That's how I deem it right now. We are in a bear trap right now. So when we see the bull run started for me, around, I would say even around here. You could argue the bull run started here at 2024. You saw the rally up here. But normally it typically starts after the Bitcoin halving. So I always like to say that the bull run actually properly started when you reach this bottom down here. Or like around this area here. When you start getting close to the election. Right now we're in a bull market. We're just going through a bear trap pullback. And I think we'll see it make a comeback. Right now we're down about 30% on Bitcoin, which, we've seen worse. We have actually seen worse. But actually, before I get into some more questions and stuff real quickly, let me get into some actual content and news so we can actually get into what's happening right now. So we can start off here. One reason of many why I'm not worried right now. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, which is not a surefire indicator, but it's still one nonetheless that is important to take into account. Right now, it is at similar levels as during COVID pandemic and the FTX bottoms. Two of the worst financial crashes in crypto in history. Right now, we're at a similar level, which is nuts. In times of chaos, feelings of trepidation are easily misdirected. Hold on for the live Bitcoin. And that's precisely where I'm at right now. The video I made about an hour or two ago, I'm going to also cover it a little bit in this stream as well, but ultimately just get into a lot more in-depth information about the fact that sentiment right now is all over the place. Everyone's very, very bearish. But people are just, in my belief, just very emotional. I really truly believe that. I do believe that because, again, those who have done enough research, those who know what they're holding, they're not worried about it. I cannot tell you how many content creators and influencers I've seen online who are still like, we're fine. Some of it might be copium, but I truly believe that majority of it is, at least the ones that I follow, the ones I follow, I know they do their research. I know they've got a lot of information on them. So I know when they say they're fine, it's because they believe it also, as I believe it, that we are fine right now. And again, to prove to you, it's not just Casper that's doing badly, it's not just crypto that's doing badly, every market is doing badly. Technology stocks today, MicroStrategy, Microsoft's companies down 14%, Tesla 8%, Planeteer 7%, Alphabet 5%, Broad.com 5%, Meta 4%, Nvidia 4%, Amazon 3%, Netflix 3%, Microsoft 2%. The Magnificent 7 stocks have now raised over $3 trillion in market cap from their recent all-time highs. That is more than crypto's total market cap. Like the most we've seen in crypto, I think it's it's about 3.3 or something like that. The top 7 stocks have raised the whole market cap of crypto since all-time highs. Tesla's down 52% from all-time highs since Elon Musk and Trump, got into power. Tesla's down 52%. MSTR 54%. Nvidia 29%. 13% for ABPL, and Microsoft again 19%. Bitcoin in comparison is down 27%. It's actually down less than Nvidia, which is nuts. Now Bitcoin's still extremely volatile. In comparison right now to the other ones here, they're not actually as volatile, but it's still very volatile, which is why I believe that we may see some form of shift in volatility of crypto markets as it matures, more regulations, as Bitcoin's now going to be part of a strategic reserve. But again, this is just indicating to everybody watching right now, on playback or even right now, that yes, crypto looks terrible right now. Casper looks terrible right now. And you're probably hearing the deafening thud of Casper's dead, sell Casper, crypto's dead, sell crypto. We're in a bear market right now. While there is going to be some elements of truth in every single part made there, it's not Casper that's struggling. It's not crypto that's struggling. It's financial markets that are struggling. Stocks are down heavily. On-risk assets are not being invested into right now because there's so much uncertainty. The biggest cause of market corrections is uncertainty, because stocks and crypto, those two in particular, they are deemed as on-risk or high-risk assets. High risk, high reward. Of course, memes in crypto are the even higher risk, is basically gambling. But it's a high risk, high reward investing into crypto and or stocks, more so crypto. Smaller market cap, more volatile. When the market is so unsure, when the economy is slow but just unstable, which right now it seems to be the case, when tariffs are being forwarded and then delayed constantly by Trump, the uncertainty is going to make people be like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to hold safe in my assets, to take it off crypto, to put it into my dollars or whatever fiat currency I'm holding, just for safekeep. Because it is just safer. You want to protect your own assets. All on-risk asset markets are struggling right now. The European Union has claimed Trump's support of crypto could harm Europe's monetary sovereignty and financial stability. According to Nicolas Damport, the threat to France is not Russia and the potential or imminent war. It is a financial collapse, which again, seemingly they're talking about it being fueled by Trump. We are on the brink of a monetary crisis, stressed the leader of the devout France party. So what's for EU? Now, again, I'm not going to personally talk on opinions of Trump. I'm not going to get into the whole political debacle, but politics and crypto go hand in hand now. That's what happens when institutions get involved. So this stuff is also important to crypto. And right now, this is going to further fuel community sentiment, retail sentiment. If someone who has so much power is saying, we are about to go through a financial collapse, those who, I'm not going to say don't know better, but those who are easily suggestible or even those who have not done enough research, whatever the term might be, they're going to listen to this and be like, oh gosh, okay, we're in trouble. Now, don't get me wrong, we are in some elements of trouble. I'm not going to disagree with that much. That is quite evident right now. The economy is in shambles, on risk asset, and even the regular economy. You know, everything is going up more and more. Inflation is to be apparent. No one has the stats are saying one thing, but the reality is something else. The whole economy is it's short-circuited. So there is a lot of uncertainty right now. But I am still not worried about crypto, at least not yet. Again, if we come down massively, then of course I'll hold my hands up and say, yeah, okay, well, we got screwed. But right now, sources that I've looked through, that I've disclosed to people who are part of the community here, every single day, and equally those who are part of the community here in more detail, those who are paying, suggest that we've still got a lot more to come. This is an article from Forbes that I covered in the video that I released earlier today, about an hour ago, which is building on top of the post that I made here, which is this is my current feelings right now in the market. I thank God, I thank everybody that I have been gifted, gifted is a literal gift of an opportunity to buy cheap Casper and cheap altcoins. The markets are dumping right now with seemingly no end, but what everyone now is forgetting, which is understandable because everybody just naturally looks too short term. They don't try and think on a longer term outlook, which is understandable. I'm not trying to come at anybody as a result of that. I'm just highlighting natural human emotional behavior, especially when investing gets into play. That those who forget that Trump right now, he's trying to push for super low interest rates, extremely low interest rates. He's trying to force it, which is why I believe there was a post about it, which I do agree with to an extent, that Trump is constantly forwarding and removing the tariffs on Canada and Mexico and China and everybody else, because he's trying to cause more uncertainty, which will therefore lower inflation, because people are going to be taking it out, but it's also going to slow down the economy. So whilst inflation, we've seen right now inflation is slowing down, but we've also seen the economy in itself is slowing down. With inflation therefore slowing down and even decreasing, we saw in the last core CPI data, the inflation now is coming back down, which is good, but this economy is stagnating as well, which is bad. So the only way to build the economy back up again is to lower rates. So we're seeing Trump want to push for super low interest rates. And then we go back to the last cycle, 2021 cycle. The FOMC meeting on March 16th, 2020, in and around COVID, we saw the federal rates go down to 0 to 0.25%, a historic low never seen before. Stupidly low interest rates, and those interest rates lasted for I think up to 2 years. Up for 2 years. 2022 March 17th. That's when they first started to rise it by 25 basis points. So in the 2021 cycle, we had historically low interest rates. And also, because of COVID and everything else, we saw the government print out an unfathomable amount of money, trillions upon trillions of dollars. That also is why we're able to see another new all-time high, double top in the last cycle. And I believe to an extent we're going to see a very similar outcome this time around as well, with how much Ethereum, Donald Trump and the big institutions are now scooping up, and even more so when the market matures more on, the green lights given to institutions to get into crypto. I strongly believe that we'll be seeing us hit new all-time highs again. In that regard, Eric Trump has already stated here, in my opinion, it's a great time to add Ethereum. You can thank me later. Despite Ethereum correcting today 7%, 7.60% for Ethereum down to 1.86k. You have Eric Trump and, institutions that are, they have access right now to only Bitcoin and Ethereum. So right now, all the capital, the institutional capital is being, monopolized and sucked into just those two assets. They haven't got access to the other markets just yet. But remember how many ETFs have been filed. Solana, XRPs, You've heard rumors or some form of institutional, filings in a sense, or early warnings about Ethereum and Litecoin and Cardanos. You have many more ETFs coming through, which means more institutional adoption. Now, there are ups and downs to that point. My point being is, you've got so many more altcoins that are going to get ETFs. So more institutional money and therefore more retail money will flow back into those assets. There is, for me, a very, very, very small chance, of course not financial advice, but a very small chance we will not get a crypto bull run and, more importantly, an alt season. You've seen how many ETF filings there have already been, and there's going to be a lot more coming through when you get the regulatory frameworks that are implemented, which again aren't that far off. My video highlighted right now that it should hopefully be within the next month or two. Not that far off at all. You don't have to look at the previous Bitcoin bull runs to understand that corrections are part of a cycle. This bull run alone, Bitcoin has been traced 22%, 22%, 21%, 32%, and now it's 28%. Corrections are part of a cycle. Of course, right now, after going through the utopia early FOMO bull run, everybody now is acting like everything's over. We're only down 20%. We've come down further here. Nobody was saying, or people were saying, but it wasn't nearly as deafening. People were saying the bull was over here. People were saying it here, I remember that much, but it wasn't nearly as deafening because everybody knew the elections are coming through very soon, and Trump probably going to win, and everyone's so bullish on Trump because he's pro-crypto, that it's going to cause a massive rally, which it did. Right now, everybody's so hell-bent to focus on, the short term, the tariffs, the uncertainty, that they're forgetting that we haven't even got a crypto legislative bill just yet in America that will allow JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, UBS, and many more of the massive FIs who are still on the sideline to actually get access to launch ETFs to start trading and holding crypto, sliding into crypto. I saw a post earlier. I can't find the source before the stream, but it's not talking about how much money is going to come into crypto per se, but in terms of institutions right now who have already expressed interest into crypto, you've got $30 trillion worth of wealth that wants to slide into crypto. $30 trillion. It doesn't mean we're going to see a $30 trillion cycle this cycle. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying you've got BlackRock combined. You've got BlackRock's AUM, which is 11.5 million, combined with Fidelity, combined with 21 shares, combined with JP Morgan's, all those companies combined, their AUM, asset under management, attest to about 30 trillion. So that sort of wealth is aiming to get into crypto this year, this cycle. And so far, a third of that portion is actually in right now. A lot more still to come. The bills are going to come through. Thailand's SEC officially approves USDT Tether as a compliant cryptocurrency. Very bullish for Tether. Spain, second largest bank, BBVA, receives approval to offer Bitcoin and Ethereum trading. Very bullish. Coinbase to launch 24/7 Bitcoin and Ethereum futures trading in the United States. All this information is here. But people are ignoring this stuff. Despite how bullish this is, people are ignoring it because they're just focusing on the market, the price action alone. Casper is now down to 70% from all-time highs. There have been 3 other instances where Casper has fallen over 70%. Each time we went on to make a new all-time high. Don't lose your conviction due to poor price action. Christian Ludwig highlights here, Casper is actually closer to $1 right now than it was at 20 cents. Always been highlighting right now that when Casper was at 20 cents, it was obviously only literally speaking, it was only 80 cents off $1. But that was also FOMO driven. There was not enough gas left in the tank to keep Casper rallying up high. Now, there is so much coming to Casper, and also it's so cheap right now, that for me, when Casper does reverse in value and starts to rally up in price, as Kathy was stated, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. So many major catalysts coming through, so much adoption coming in through. We're seeing major accounts start to talk about Casper. Big accounts over 1 million following base talking about Casper. And that's only going to rally up more and more. The KII are meeting with the SEC Crypto Task Force and other institutions and agencies to discuss Casper and the projects being built on it. So literally speaking, of course, no. Casper was obviously close to $1 when it's at 20 cents, but in the sort of figuratively speaking right now, when Casper's only at 6 cents, almost 5 cents, the significant pump that I personally expect to see following Casper and the market reversal, I would agree with Christian Lover here that few actually understand what is meant by this. The fact that Casper's got so much coming to it that when it blows past 20 cents, it will leapfrog and probably surpass everybody's expectations. I'm not going to give price predictions. That's not my goal here. My goal here is just purely to give an insight, not to tell you how high Casper's going to go, just to give you an insight that with what's coming, Casper is by no means in a bad position. If anything, it's in a great position for us. Casper as a project, no. For us investors, I'd argue it's in a fantastic position. I really do believe that. Which is why I believe that I'm very, very gifted right now to buy Casper at these cheap levels. My strategy right now, which is again, if I wasn't covering content, I wouldn't even look at the market. My strategy right now is to just chill, hold tight, and basically endure this boring and potential more losses. It's boring. It's frustrating. I'm chilling. This is actually the hardest part of the crypto market. The hardest part of a market isn't even the research. The research, of course, is not easy. It needs to find the credible research. It took me a while to find it in my first cycle. That's why I'm here again, trying to find some form of credible information to share with people. Even more so, again, in the WOP community, the executives. But the hardest part in crypto, the research is one part to find good projects. Other than that, it's to hold during the hard parts, during the bad times. The other hard part, of course, is trying to take profit. But at the end of the day, it depends on your outlook. If you're trying to just take profit and just want to make money, then it's not hard at all. If you're trying to properly maximize the top, then yeah, that for me is a wrong move. I'll size out, not my whole bag, but I will size out of my assets when the time is right. But right now, it is arguably, if not guaranteed, to be the hardest time in crypto. It's not just about losing money. It's boring and stressful. The markets are in a massive, capitulation right now. But not financial advice. This patience is going to pay off big time when things start to move. Ethereum and all the alts are basically at rock bottom right now. According to the charts, it's the best buying opportunity we've had since 2023. Truly a blessing in disguise. Don't be emotional, hang in there, be logical, and keep on learning. There's still a lot more to come, and we even got more, information to cover in this stream as well. Which ultimately, again, just leads more sort into the belief that despite the current market conditions right now, I'm still not worried. My concern is losing 10 cents. No matter how bad markets got, Casper held that range due to strong community. Losing and not remaining 10 cents bothered me a lot. I do agree with that to an extent, yes, Mr. Mars. Through thick and thin, Casper held 10 cents. We saw a rebound here. We saw it rebound. Actually, this is 8 cents. I apologize. 10 cents is a little bit higher. 10 cents is up here. Yeah, we saw it hold all the way through here. 9 cents. It dropped another 9 cents, but all the way through here it held. Got close and retraced up here. Equally here. Like all around this zone here, we saw Casper managed to even just kind of stop falling below that. It came below obviously recently, and that's where we saw. I think that was the problem there, and I do agree. The moment Casper actually lost 10 cents, it's been free fall. We've managed to regain it momentarily, and it can be free fall since then. So I do agree it's a bit concerning in that regard. But in saying that, I'm still not worried. Look at the hash rate. Hash rate's still staying. I mean, you understand this stuff already, Mr. Miles. It's not like I'm trying to explain it to you and trying to explain it to people in general. The hash rate is still staying strong, just short of 1.3 EH still. And we have already got confirmation from Ice River, who they're meant to be having their parent company, BGN Blockchain, is filed an IPO to NASDAQ. $50 million IPO. They'll be going public very soon, if not already. Ice River releasing more stronger miners that are going to be shipped out mid to end of April. So we'll see the hash rate likely rally higher then. Furthermore, the holders are still holding relatively strong. I mean, it's currently come down a bit, understandably, but it's still around 510,000. You look at this wallet again, the elusive, potentially Binance wallet, is still accumulating every single Monday and Thursday. Another 14 million capital scooped up. BSC Gems alert, which to my knowledge has little to no association with Binance, but either way, they have got over 600,000 followers here. I mentioned in my video again earlier a few hours back that they posted Casper not once, not twice, not 5 times. They posted Casper on 10 at different occasions. They pinned a comment about Casper here. They've done a new one already. They pinned Casper here, Casper Binance, or along with other projects as well, but Casper's there. Casper again, they reposted it. That's 3. You've got 4 there, a poll that they won comfortably. That's 5 or 6 there, 7 there, 8 there, 9 there, 10, 11, 12 there, 13. You know, it keeps on going, and that's just me going through the posts. If you go through the replies as well, go to their page, you go to replies, you'll see even more. Well, they replied to one of Casper's posts. They mentioned Casper about 10, 15 times in the past 24 hours. Now, if I'm perfectly honest, I believe it's just engagement farming as opposed to anything significant to Binance. But be it as it may, being a 600,000 follower account, reposting Casper constantly, getting it more adoption is a good thing. Because those who are somewhat unaware, as some may be in the space, who will be going through an account like this, got a lot of followers, so therefore deemed to be trusted, and sees Casper mentioned so many times, or equally just sees Casper win a poll like this over Ice, Core, and Vine, which of course it should do anyways, but they see that like, okay, why did Casper win, and also why did Casper win so convincingly? And then look into Casper a little bit. That's how the snowball effect works. Right now, of course, it won't be anything significant because again, the market's terrible, and you know, we're still very early on. But these sort of posts will be coming out thick and fast during the bull run as well. And that's when Casper will start to significantly gain more adoption following the inevitable, in my belief, Binance listing, inevitable, in my belief, Coinbase and OKX listings as well, 10 BPS smart contracts, Dagnite, stable coins, and much more coming to Casper. The KRI launching their projects with Casper as well. Adoption's still very, very early. We saw again BSC News cover. We've had 1.2 million followers. I think they made 2 posts on Casper. They made 2 posts recently on Casper. Which again is another look Casper update. That's another one actually. That's an even new. So they've made like, I think I'm posting on Casper every single day so far. They made another one, Casper updates, talking about Crescendo. So that's one there. 1.2 million followers, by the way. They reposted it already, so that's twice now. They have another post they made, I think, yesterday, and even another one the day before that as well. So, again, the big accounts are starting to notice Casper. Again, whether it's engagement farming or actually, you know, strong belief is up for debate. But they are starting to cover Casper more and more, which is optimistic. I'm going to find another one here, fastest layer 1, everything you need to know about Casper. I don't know if it's been edited. There was another post they did, I'm not sure exactly when. It might either another post or that post, but it literally, the title was easily the best layer 1 coming out right now. Unless it was just reworded, I'm not entirely sure now. But again, Casper is getting the adoption from the major accounts now, which is positive news. The absolute bottom for this market will be the last week of the month after the Bank of Japan hikes rates, slowly recovering to June. Potentially, again, I think there's a definite possibility of such, but it does wholeheartedly depend as well on the US sentiment right now. You know, Japan does have a significant impact on US markets as well, because traders tend to normally convert their dollars into yen to then use the yen as a means to invest, because it's got cheaper rates, and you know, it's more beneficial for them financially. Which is why we saw a massive crash here when the yen carried went skew, because there's no rate cuts, so the yen massively ran against the dollar, therefore making their investments, you know, well, it didn't, you know, it wasn't worth for them. It wasn't worth for them. Just sell and everything will skyrocket. I mean, that is the comedic thing, isn't it? I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who will be like, oh, I can't handle this anymore, I'm going to sell. And the moment they sell, crypto will start to rally them. It's also another reason why I'm not selling. Not just because, again, my conviction's there, but even if I was losing conviction, I just know the moment I would sell, the market stopped returning, and it would kill me. Great time to accumulate. I completely agree, Erica. More to come, 100%. I'm no longer bullish for the year. I think we're in for pounding until 2026. I mean, who knows, Mr. Miles? I personally think we are fine. I personally think we are perfectly fine. I haven't got enough reason right now to be too worried. I still think we're in for a pounding. As we have been getting pounded, I think we can still see it come back a little bit more, potentially over the next couple of days and weeks. Again, as I highlighted in my stream yesterday, right now there seems to be some form of FUD regarding potential government shutdown. But I think with what I've seen from what I've covered in the executive community, the institutional research documents, they all have a very bullish outlook on incorporating crypto into their systems this year. So I'm still not worried right now. I think we'll see a good recovery in due time, go maybe Q3 into Q4. And even then, we can see some early signs of that in Q2. But we're still in Q1 right now. Keep that in mind again. We're end of March, we're in Q1. We've still got another 9 months left of this year. It feels like we've lived 3 years so far in 3 months. That's how long it's felt, because of how tedious this market has been. But it's only been 3 months. Well, actually 2 months and 10 days. We've still got 9 months left of the market. Potential 9 months left. So I'm still not worried right now. I think the market will return very quickly. I buy the dip, it goes low. I mean, hey, keep getting that average lower then, my man. I think we need to start recover this month. We're lowest point possible, I think. I don't think we need to recover this month at all. I'd love for us to do so. But again, we've got 9 months left. Remember, Solana and AVAX rallied from August. They didn't do anything until August and then peaked in November in a 3 to 4 month period. They did nothing otherwise. You could potentially therefore be waiting for Casper and or crypto to not do anything until August. By that point, the FUD will be so deafening, and I still will be here because I still know what I'm holding. And then when it comes back, it's going to be such a massive frenzy that everyone's going to be, confused, trying to, sort out their whole portfolio. I'm not worried. 9 months is a long time. It feels like we've had a long time already. It feels like time's running out already, but we're only 3 months into the year. We've still got a lot longer left. We're only 2 months and 10 days into the year. We've got a lot longer left. Look at the Bitcoin cycle, each run by itself. Holders went from 5k fiat to 500k and back to 20k. Those that missed setting the top thought their life savings were over 4 years later. That 5k became 5 mil. I mean, again, another good analysis there. Precisely speaking, yeah. Those who have continued to hold, as CZ said it himself already, the people he knows who are wealthy are those who held during these times, who researched and held good projects that are building good teams, ethical teams that are building for the long term. That's what I'm doing right now. That's why I'm holding Casper still. Everything I predicted the market will be down for 5 months. I'm still bullish on Casper and I mine it. I just think the overall market will be that way. 5 cents Casper or less is amazing. It's amazing for me. It's a steal. I mean, I agree again. Yes, I do agree. I think it is amazing. It's definitely a steal for Casper right now. As Da Vinci said, can you hold for 8 years? If you do, you will be rich, but you won't. Yeah, and that's ultimately why I'm holding Casper as well. I can hold Casper as long as I need to. I stated way back here, as much as I didn't believe Casper would come below 10 cents, which it did, and even then 5 cents, I said it wouldn't come down to 5 cents, and it has done. I stated back here, if Casper came back down to 5 cents, to even 1 cent, I'd still buy more. Because I know what I'm holding, and I have no reason to distrust Casper. What they're building is innovative. Ethereum was the same. Back in 2017, there was a proof of work that built smart contracts. It was innovative. And it did absolutely nuts. Casper is in that regard the exact same, but except it's the next level up to that. Building smart contracts is just another stepping stone, but also the 10 BPS in and of itself is already a milestone. Proving to everyone in this space who have been putting down proof of works because they aren't scalable that can be done. If you have the right team behind you, who know what they're doing, who take the time, who aren't afraid to learn and try new things. That's what Casper's about. So yeah. And if you enjoy these streams, yes, as Ronnie says here, leave a like, Share your friends, subscribe for more. You know the deal. Keep up the support. Do you think Casper will be at least 20 cents this year? Sure. I don't see why not. No, that's only a, what, 2.5, 3x from here. I don't think that's too much to ask for. I think Casper could easily return to 20 cents this year. I think it goes a lot higher than that, personally. Again, the doom and gloom is deafening right now. The fear is all-time highs. We are 2 months and 10 days into 2025. We have, what, still 400 odd days or something stupid left of the year? We have got so much time left of the year still. And we've seen again, already in this cycle, how quickly assets can rally in value. Bitcoin jumping from 70 to 90k in what, a week? And that's Bitcoin. That's institutions doing that. Alongside retailers, that's institutions buying up. So I think what's going to happen when you have, legislative frameworks. JP Morgan and then big other banks getting involved as well. Could we see another similar, just massive volatile price pump for Bitcoin and therefore assets to follow in suit? When you have more ETFs coming out as well? Potentially we do. Casper likes the bear market. I mean, it has performed, again, historically Casper's only been a part of a bear market and it performed very, very well on that. So regardless if it is a bear market right now, I still think Casper's in a strong position. I have no reason to distrust Casper. If you say like the bull market has already started, Casper reacts bull and bear and otherwise zero. I mean, yeah, again, if Casper has not really performed in the bull market right now, which is quite comical, but it's still its first bull market and I think it's still going to prove everybody wrong. What's up, good to go, Sue? Welcome up, man. You're doing very, very well. And you too, Stephen King. What if Casper is the good twin to Bitcoin's evil twin? In that Casper turns bullish during bear markets and turns bearish during bull markets. That would make Casper the savior of many. I mean, arguably, if that was the case, it would be very interesting because it means that everyone would invest into Bitcoin during the bull and then go to Casper during the bear, which means Casper was just doing exceptionally well. Imagine all that Bitcoin capital going to Casper during the bear market. That's theoretically speaking. I would like to believe it's not true right now. The problem is we haven't got enough information about it right now to really go off that. We've got one bear market. We haven't seen a full-fledged bull. This right now we're in a bull market. It's not a full-fledged bull market just yet. Again, we are 2 to 3 months in. Very early still. Feels like we're in a federal war. Dems versus Republicans. The market is caught in between. Yes, that's how it always feels. It's how it's always felt. That's the problem with, the conflicting parties, and also because everyone deems Trump as an extremist. So, they're trying their must to try and stop Trump, which, is also just causing us more angst as well. That's what Christian Lobbys said he thought was possible. He used to be an Aquaman. That's insane. I mean, I think Casper can potentially rally higher. Again, I'm not talking about price anymore. Because I think price is just a very toxic mindset. And I don't want to talk about price as a thing. I think Casper can do very, very well from this point onwards. I think Casper's still very early. I think this is a golden opportunity for Casper. TA aside, it's falling through the broken wedge right now. It comes down further, sure. TA aside, I think Casper, when the time is right, with all that's coming up for Casper this year, with all the macro news coming out, Casper does do that and beyond. I have not really watched Christian. I'm going to now, thanks for the tip. He's got some recent FUD after he bought 10% of the Casper NFTs. Casper Punks, not Casper Punks. Or Casper Punks, okay. Well, that's not good to hear. Why aren't people excited to get such cheap Casper? I mean, it's how it is though. It always has been that way. People were flooding Bitcoin in the bear market. It was down to 16k. Oh, Bitcoin's dead now. 16k Bitcoin down here. 16k Bitcoin. If you got into that and back down there, you would have peaked up about what, 7x in Bitcoin. That's nuts. That's insane. So in that regard, I can say the same thing for Casper. I'm coming myself very happy and fortunate. For much as we know, this is a crash, not a bear market. It's still early. I mean, yeah, for me, this is still the bear market. For me, is not confirmed unless we go down to 50k, and then I will question if it's a bear market or not. But even then, the information that I provide to people here, the institutional insight and what they want, which is we're in an institutional market, they are still not you know, in the mindset of a bear market. They're still bullish. They cannot wait to be given access to crypto. They're still not here yet, not in full force. If you want to know more about that, then information to that through the weekly. We did a weekly live stream on Saturday where we covered that in detail. The video, there was a literal video of institutions who were joking and laughing about, we wish we could buy more. If you want to find out, information is right there. You can join for free, check it out. And then cancel after you don't want to be part of it. But for me, the institutional sentiment is still very much good for crypto. Bitcoin could, yeah, again, if we do drop 50%, that means we're going to be into, you know, 50k category, and that was when I start questioning it. But last cycle we did the same thing with Bitcoin, and therefore we could still be good. ETH is trash. It could drop to $100. I'd still not buy any. I agree. I wouldn't buy Ethereum ever, personally, just because I think Casper is better. What's bullish about Coinbase launching a 24-hour futures market for Bitcoin and Ethereum? Coinbase is the biggest American exchange. And Coinbase also has very, very good ties to institutions. So it could just give more institutional access to the trading of Bitcoin and Ethereum, basically. Casper is bullish proof of work, will send prices higher over time. New powerful miners are about to hit the markets. Also, this is what I'm highlighting, the supply shot for Casper is going to come through thick and fast and be very explosive. Very explosive. You know, only got 60, I think it's 62 currently the rewards for Casper. Over 90% to be mined. It's going to go crazy. I've got my Tangent wallet in my prison pocket and I'm not ejecting it till after 2026 at the earliest. Love to hear that. ETH is trash, 100% agree. Remember who wins the race? Again, slow and steady, I completely agree. Time to hit a gym. Time to hit the gym to control the emotions like a video game. I mean, yeah. Again, if I wasn't doing this content right now, which again I do enjoy doing, but if I wasn't doing it, I'd be going gym, I'd be just going for walks, I'd just be probably chilling, watching videos, playing games, researching, all the stuff that I, you know, kind of do right now, but I have more time to do that. I'm not worried. I don't like looking at markets like this. Who does? But I'm not worried about it. Not right now. I have no reason to be. But I'll give some more questions real quickly before getting some more information, before I answer more questions really quickly, although there's still a lot of questions to get through. But yeah, in continuation anyways, just a bit more about the kind of belief in crypto and Casper right now. Why would someone buy Casper right now? Drop your reasons in the comments below. Johnny here, who's the executive vice president of the KEF, highlighted because Bitcoin's begging for Wall Street to save its price and concentrated in a few hands of the wealth has lost its heart, and being the decentralized safe haven asset, which is now totally a risk asset now, Casper takes its vacancy, the new digital gold. Now, I don't completely agree in the terminology used, but the sentiment here is, right now, Bitcoin is retreating heavy. It's down below 80k. Bitcoin maxes are calling for institutions to save the price. That's not what Bitcoin's meant to be. That's also why I get quite frustrated, or confused, better word, why we're calling for Bitcoin listings. Of course, I still cover the news about Bitcoin listings because it's what gets clicks, but I'm confused why we're talking about it, because it's another massive exchange. It's good for Casper, and it would be helpful at its price, but it could just be another a way of monopolizing the price and taking it away from the retailers. Of course, I think it's a necessity for Casper to get those sort of developments to rally up and get more adoption. But obviously comparing Binance to Wall Street is not exactly the same premise here. But yes, Bitcoin right now, the maxis are begging for Wall Street to save the price and to send it pumping again. So in that regard, then Casper, while still very early and not having that level of adoption right now, it has that benefit of being more decentralized. It is, it is in literal sense more decentralized. Currently, is at 9. That's going up again. 19%. That was at 18.6 last we checked. Now it's at 19%. Bitcoins, though, I'm pretty sure last I checked was in the 24-25% range. So Casper is one of, if not the most decentralized asset right now in this space. Stats stating at least. Statistically, that's what I meant. That's the word. And yeah, I've already covered BSEN. More mentioned news coverage about Casper, which is very good to see. After the BSN gems, making multiple posts about Casper and even pinning some of them as well. KEF, you know, they're the company, the initiative that's in charge of Casplex, who's also bringing smart contracts and stuff to Casper. Very exciting stuff. And they're going to be having a conversation with IGRA. So I would like to believe the two front runners for smart contracts for Casper right now. You've got Cas EVM and Project Sparkle as well, but the two front runners being IGRA and Casplex are going to be holding a conversation, scaling Casper with layer 2s, which is going to be happening tomorrow. 3 p.m. CET tomorrow. IGRA has already shared their vision on other AMAs, but now we're taking the conversation further with new insights, fresh announcements, and a few tough questions. So, and Project Sparkle here will hopefully be in the next conversation as well. So I'm very much looking forward to hearing what they're going to be talking about, because again, this is going to be another major thing coming to Casper, giving us another insight on what's going to be coming up very, very soon. Layer 2s, putting on top of Casper, the smart contracts will be absolutely game changing. And then we've got this whole post here for Casper Daily that I'll retweet, which you can follow me on Twitter to find out what I'm going to retweet anyways. I'm going to my own TLDR about it, but also post it in my community as well, where it's just ultimately just talking about Casper right now, and, you know, looking at purely through the Wyckoff theory perspective, not anything else, not the big catalyst, just purely from this indicator analysis, if you will. The Wyckoff method is a time-tested framework used to understand how markets move through phases of accumulation, distribution, and trend. It focuses on the behavior of supply and demand and helps identify whether large players are building or exiting positions. So, you know, it goes into whole understanding the patterns and whatnot. Ultimately talking about it's kind of a lot like TA elements as well, truth be told. But it ultimately highlights here, the scenario 1, that this is the distribution pattern. If the price continues to struggle below 10 cents, which Mr. Mars already highlighted his worry about it earlier, and cannot reclaim that zone soon, it would suggest the structure is a distribution pattern. The breakout above 18 cents would then have been a UTAD, a trap designed to draw in buyers before large players exit the positions. In that case, we're now heading towards phase D, which is where the price continues to make lower highs and struggle to hold any gains. Or the other scenario, of course, the vice versa, would be the reaccumulation phase. Casper is recovering quickly, or can recover quickly. If it does do, going above 10 cents quickly, that would support the reaccumulation thesis. The drop below 6 cents would then be interpreted as a classic shakeout, which I want to believe that this is currently the scenario we're in. That we're currently going through a reaccumulation phase, is just a shakeout. I don't think, again, reclaiming 10 cents is very, very important. Very important. It's going to be, truth be told, quite tough right now, considering that it's almost a 2x in price for Casper to regain that right now. You know, it's a 70% gain, 70% move to regain 10 cents. It's going to be a very hard level to regain, truth be told, but I do believe it's possible. And again, to highlight once more that this post here, again, is talking about these two scenarios, but again, this is purely talking about this. You know, it's just truly talking at the lens through the Wyckoff method. It's not talking about, you know, the broader developments in Casper ecosystem, and that could help it get up in prices more so as well. It's not talking about macroeconomic trends. Nothing else. Is purely just one element. And as I've highlighted in the past, people talk about the power law for Casper. I think it's good, but I utilize multiple different, you know, indicators, if you will, from macro to development for Casper to, you know, even market trends to help me develop my thesis on a project and where its price may go. More so long-term, not short-term outlook, of course. So, yes, I would agree right now Casper is in a critical spot. But I'm still ultimately not worried about where Casper's going to be ending up in the cycle. I think we've still got more to come. Which is highlighted again, all this stuff is proof of what's happening right now. It's just a shakeout of my belief. And there's even an article here that I'm probably cover tomorrow because we're running out of time. Banks in crypto, the OTC quiet game show right now. This is a post from Mr. Miles again, shouting my man ultimately, not Mr. Miles, sorry, Cody. I mean, I still shout Mr. Miles, I guess. But even a shout out Cody though. You know, Cody highlighted this article here earlier. And ultimately, this article just, I'll go into more detail about it tomorrow. But this article here, just trying to find my little bit of notes about it before I go into more details from the next stream. Basically just saying, you know, that the policy are finally clear that national banks can provide cryptocurrencies. And they can provide them services for them as long as the banks do so in a safe and sound manner. So right now, the banks are finally being given some form of clarity and some form of green light. They're saying, yes, you can now get hold of crypto. So but it's still early doors right now. This will soon take shape. And when that does, for me, the price will recover. For me, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Out of all the crypto, I believe Casper. I believe in the Nakamura's consensus. I personally have no needs for any other crypto. Bitcoin is the only other, as for now, that I would invest into. Casper is still better. I also agree. I think Casper's very, very strong. What's up, my man? Welcome to Stream Dance. Hope you're doing very, very well. I also still believe in Casper more than any other project. There's literally no other project that checks every important box for me aside from Casper. I mean, yeah, ultimately, despite the uncertainty in the market right now, all of us still believe that Casper is still the ideal project for us to be holding, which is still reassuring. Did you notice when they make a testnet, the diagram is based on digital matter theory? Yeah, I have also don't know how to what do you mean by that? Graphing meta protocol that revolutionizes how we think about digital assets. It establishes the fundamental framework understanding the intrinsic value of digital entities through mathematical principles and quantum computing concepts. Buy more. I mean, yeah. I mean, understanding what Casper is doing is, 10 BPS is in itself is already groundbreaking, very, very innovative, well over my head, to say the least. All I know is that when it does come out on the mainnet as a foundation block, it will definitely cause ripples throughout the space. The Ethereum maxis, the Bitcoin maxis, the XRP maxis, they'll all be like, oh, okay, you can see that there's a project that's actually in contention with it, that's still proof of work. Now, some of them, XRP maxis in particular, be like, oh yeah, decentralized whatever, we've got institutional backing. We work with the system. Okay, the systems, you might work with the system work for you. Casper's trying to be fair for everybody. I went all in on Casper before March 7th, where Casper was at 7.5 cents, and now it hurts to see that I could be buying much cheaper. Currently 100k Casper. I mean, of course, that's all in hindsight, isn't it? It always, people were saying earlier, I bought Casper at 19 cents, which I could have bought it now. It's hindsight, end of the day. My average on Casper right now is massively higher than the price right now. It does hurt, in extent as well, but I'm still not worried. 10.5 cents is a great price. Much, much, much lower than mine, to say the least, but I'm still not worried about Casper at all. Now I can only sell Kitty to buy more. I mean, shit, I might do the same thing, sell Testing as well. You should set up a Casper wallet address for donations for all the Casper content you create for our community. Casper does it, just saying. I will look into it. I have thought about it in the past, and I thought potentially a workaround for that, because, amongst I would very much value the donations and I respect it. I mean, I'd be more than grateful for it. I understand that people right now, they don't want to hold, actual money or stable coins. They're just holding the Casper, hence why the Casper wallet donation. But part of the reason also why I set up the what page here was that way, you'd be able to, again, you'd get to, in a sense, donate whilst also getting even more benefits and stuff that I can help give insights towards. So as not me saying, go sign up type of thing. I will consider doing it. I'll look into it. If there's enough demand for me to do it because they want to, help and just, sing my praises and whatnot. I mean, again, I'm more than thankful for everybody here who's tuning every single day, just learning more about crypto. I was just highlighting, part of the reason why I set up the WAP was just, again, I thought, if I could provide that, then people can, in a sense, similarly to a wallet donation thing, but it's donation, but I'd actually provide more as opposed to just out of the goodness of your heart. Which, I mean, it's a very selfless thing. So, but I'll consider it. Thank you very much for that, Adam Bates. I do appreciate it, my man. Sup, Don, my man. Remember to keep your cash off exchanges. Yeah, best thing you could have said all day. 100%. What's up, Cap of News? Hi, above the dip. You know it. Second time asking him to. I mean, yeah. Suggested this last year, still not progressing there. Would rather send J Casper than have Google take the prices. I mean, yeah, I know. I have heard people ask me before in the past. Well, I think maybe Mr. Miles asked me as well. Actually, I will look into it. I think 2025 will be brutal for all years because of Trump's tariffs. The market could be recalibrated for it, and I think it could take the entire year. It could. Again, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. If the interest rates come down extortionately low and we get QE and more printing of money, it could switch around very, very quickly. You know? But I look at the silver lining. If I'm correct, it means that I've got a year of cheap DCA prices. I mean, hey, that is a good outlook, definitely. I buy more and more. Big up to you, Gabriel. Keep doing, my man. And Andy, yay, got 8,400 more Casper. Damn, that is crazy. You're filling that bag nicely, man. Keep it up. Love to hear. You've been here pretty much since the beginning, buying Casper every single day. Yeah, I love the conviction you have. I'm very happy for you, my man. Keep it up. I got some Kas, Ondo, Bitcoin, and Link. I do love Kas. I do like Ondo, and I think Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin's Bitcoin and Link. I don't think Link's that bad either. I don't hold Link personally. I only hold Casper and Bitcoin. A little bit of Bitcoin, obviously mainly Casper. But I'm going to be looking to get into Ondo. Right now, I don't think it's really worth me just yet sizing into the assets because I do think there's still more downside potential. So I'm currently holding some stables, and equally going to start rotating out some of my assets. But I do plan to hold some more soon. I mean, true, very true, true. But at the same time, but my premise about talking about price is purely that I don't want to talk about my prediction for where the cycle's going to go. For me, when Casper does surpass all-time highs again, for me it's going to happen. My personal belief, again, not financial advice, when that does happen, I'm not going to then go back to saying, oh, Casper's going to reach this price by this time. I'm not going to do that. Because, again, I have come to I think that was a mistake on my behalf earlier on in this streaming career, if you will. I think talking about prices got people too strung up. The other content creators talking about $10 Casper, $5 Casper, I think that's also partly played into the very unhealthy mindset in the community. Because people are now, very frustrated and angry because they are, effectively convinced. While you should do your own research, of course, convinced that $5 Casper, $10 Casper is going to happen. And now we're at 5 cents. Everyone's like, that's impossible. Seeing 100x from here is impossible. And it is very unlikely. Of course, it's very unlikely. I wouldn't say impossible, but extremely unlikely. But again, I'm not going to talk about where I think I'm going to go anymore. Because I think it's better off me just saying, yeah, Casper for me is a great asset and it'll go up higher. And if you ask me where I think it's going to go, I'll give you kind of a very vague but my answer. So if someone says Casper's going to reach $10 a cycle, I'll probably just say unlikely. So if it's $5, I'll say potentially. So if it's $2, I'm like possibly. Vague answers, but read into that how you will. I'm up to 950k Casper. I'm going to run another 50 to be a shark. Big up, Ben. Become that shark, my man. There's blood in the water. That's when sharks hunt. Go for it, my man. We're not in a bear or bull market. We're in some weird limbo phase. Yeah, bear trap. That's what a bear trap is, Mr. Miles. Those others are sold out. I believe in Michael Sutton. I will be there. I mean, last of the year going to be massive. More massive. Wait, is that being streamed? Is what being streamed on this talk here? I believe so. It looks like it. Hosted by that. I don't exactly know. Yeah, it's going to be a space here. So yeah, this is going to be. So for me, it's 1:45 p.m. in British Standard Time. That's going to be streamed here. I'll probably listen to this tomorrow and then talk about it in tomorrow's stream. See what they're talking about as well. Casper asking you 10 cents. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, good man, good man. All the things happening for Casper will be absolutely put above 10 cents again. But all these things happening for Casper, I want to see 40 cents. I mean, I'm optimistic. So are we loading up for the next bull run in 4 years? I mean, I'm loading up for life, honestly. Wallet 4.1, yes, Wallet 4 is one of the 14 mil Casper. Every single Monday and Thursday, buying more. They're almost number 3 now. I made a video earlier today, as I mentioned already, talking about the current market conditions, sentiment, whatnot, and is it a golden opportunity or is it game over? If you want to find out more about that, you go check that out. I think personally that I'm not worried right now, so I say it's a golden opportunity personally. Hopefully that I am very bearish on Casper will pay off in the future. I hope so as well, Andy. I believe all of our conviction will pay off very soon as well. But with that being said, I will be wrapping up today's Casper and crypto live stream. Markets, of course, bleeding, blood in the water. As Nathan Rothschild stated, when blood's in the water, blood in the streets, that's the time to buy. Do that if you will. Not financial advice, do your own research. If you enjoyed, of course, leave a like, share, and subscribe for more. If you're about crypto and other market sentiments and have a community where you come to chill, chat and learn more, then come check out the free community here. And equally, you can be even more locked in, maximize the benefits from this crypto market right now, where we are, dropping trades, even during this turbulent market, alongside institutional research documents, weekly live streams, and much more. I'll obviously be running up a lot more other stuff. They're taking a bit of a step back right now due to market conditions, but when the market comes back, they'll come back in full force as well, which is in the WAP. You should go check out right here as well. And yeah, have a great day, good evening, and good night. And I'll be back tomorrow, so I'll see you all then.